What up, YouTube? Got another one for you talking about I guess you call it a series of how to avoid bad relationships. And the purpose of it is basically to identify characteristics in women that aren't necessarily conducive to good, romantic relationships. And in today's topic, we're going to basically talking about Momma-las. And a Momma-la, if you know anything about single female mothers, I think they are probably the most prone to be Momma-las. And a Momma-la is basically a woman who probably was raised by a single mother, and so the dynamic of the household, she is only seen from the vantage point of a daughter seeing her single mother take care of stuff. And I think it makes it even worse if she's got a brother that's been raised by a single mother, and that particular single mother basically babied the boy until he became a man. And then when he became a man, she had expectations for him to be a man. However, she never trained him how to be a man, because of course she really can't in most cases. So she now, that little boy that she babied and loved so much, has become a burden to her. So he's the one laying on the couch doing nothing, playing video games. He probably don't clean his room. He probably may not even clean himself. But now all of a sudden this boy, whose baby turned to a man, and now the mom is constantly basically getting on his case, telling him to get a job and all this other stuff. Well, these women in that type of situation carry that mentality. Either the mom herself or the daughter seeing the mom can take that mentality and put it on a man, because they've never actually seen a husband or man be a husband in a particular household. So the only male reference they have to a husband has basically been a son that's probably been babied. So when you come into the picture, now you expect the woman to be a wife, or to, perform wifely duties. And so she looks at you like a son. And that son, for one, is a bad thing, because women don't have, they're not supposed to have intercourse with their son. So she could look at you like that and kind of take on the same mentality, I would think. And so you actually needing her to be a wife actually becomes more of a turnoff for her, because it reminds her of a son or a brother who's been babied or whatever, stuff like that. So Momma-las are basically women who have mom mentalities in they have mom mentalities toward romantic relationships with men. And it's basically a mismatch for you, because you can never really overcome that, because everything that you do as a man, as a traditional man, is going to be foreign to her, because she's never seen it before. And so it's best to stay away from these type of women, because they'll just end up making you mad, and you're just going to be in a horrible relationship with this person. And it's better just to leave her alone. And ideally, you want to get a woman who's already had some type of training or lifestyle of being a wife. And if she's only grown up in a single parent home, or I'll say single mother home, and she's most likely not going to really have the skills or the mentality to be a wife, because she's only seen the role of a mother being played out in regards to a man in that case. And I think it even makes it worse if they haven't even seen well, it might be worse if there's a son in the home than if there's no son. And then if the mom, has only been entertaining guys, and more than likely, since she's a single mom, the type of guys that she's actually entertained are the guys who are irresponsible. So those guys don't do nothing. They may not provide nothing. They might not even say nothing to help that woman out in her endeavors. So you being a responsible man, she might even treat you kind of like a, you know, people who are starving. A person who's starving, when you put any type of food in front of them, they just eat it all up. And so if you're a good man, a woman who's been starving for attention or starving for actually what a man really is, she is basically going to deplete you as a man because she's always going to be asking something. And the reason why, again, is because the men that she's already been around have never really given her anything. So now she's going to, not necessarily knowingly, she might not, I don't think she's going to probably take advantage of you, but I don't think she's going to knowingly take advantage of you because she is just not used to actually having that support. And when you get that support when you've never had it, I think it becomes kind of like a hungry person that doesn't have a lot of food. When they see any type of food, anytime they see it, they're just going to start eating it up. But the side effect of that is it's going to run you into the dirt. And so you got to be really careful when you come around women who haven't grown up in a traditional household. Because if you have grown up in a traditional household, or you had some type of training, or you've studied, you know, what a man is, and I would make this distinction. I would say you study what a husband is. All right, because I think there's a difference between being a man and being a husband. A man can do whatever he wants. He can be selfish, but a husband is going to be taking care of his wife and is taking care of his family. And a man who basically has a child with a woman out of wedlock and he does not actually commit to her and marry her is not performing the role of a husband. So he can be a man. You can be a man and not a husband, but you really can't be a husband without being a man. All right. So again, this is talking about momma-las, who are basically women that are raised by single mothers, and they love a man, or they try to love a man based on a single mother example. And those type of women are really not good for you because you're not on the same level, and it's better just not to waste your time. But that's what happens when nice guys retaliate. Hope you guys take care.